Good morning, students. So, today we are going to study about chapter 7 Open Office Call. So, in this chapter, today's topic status bar, the sheets count, page style, selection mode, unsaved changes. So, these topics we are going to study today. The sheets count means sheet slash total number of sheets. This we have studied in the previous class. Total number means number of sheets available in the worksheet. Here sheet means in which sheet at present we are currently working. For example, 1/3. This means total number of sheets is 3 and sheet number 1 we are currently working. The page style is also available in the status bar. If you double click default, the default dialog box will appear. Then selection mode, STD, extension, add. Then unsaved changes actually star, that is asterisk symbol indicates it's the page is not saved. So working with the data, that is home cell, moving cell pointer, entering data types, alphabetic data type, numeric data type, and date type, time type. So we are going to study these topics also today. Home cells means if you press in the Excel sheet that currently active cell is that is A1. So when you open the Excel sheet, the top of the first icon, the cursor will be selected by default in the cell A1, that is called home cell. Moving the cell pointer, you can press left arrow, right arrow, top, bottom arrow, or you can use tab button to move the cursor forward and backward. You can also use shift plus tab to move the cursor in the backward direction. Then entering the data, just click. So whenever you're going to type your data in the Excel sheet, you just click on the Excel sheet that should be active. Then data types. The data types are alphabet, numeric, date and time types. Then alphabetic data type, it consists only of alphabets, that is alphabet letters A to Z only. The numeric data type consists of only numeric numbers 1 to 7. That is a whole number, all the numbers. It may be whole numbers or fractional numbers. Alphanumeric data type. It consists of both alphabetic and numeric. It's a combination of these two, alphabetic and numbers. For example, A2 alphabet and number combination. This is alphanumeric data type. Then date data type consists of only date. Time data type consists of only time. Then entering the data. So when you are going to enter your data in the Excel sheet, when you are going to enter in the data in the Excel sheet, it should be the sheet should be active. Then entering text, entered text will be aligned to the left side within the cell of the default by default. So then entering date and time. Before entering date, we must ensure the system clock and then it's time and date settings. Suppose by default it will be in US setting, then we can change into our Indian style also. Here creating formula, the formula begins with the equal sign, then plus and minus. Operators, arithmetic operators, relational operator, reference operator, text operator. So these topics we are going to study today. Okay student, status bar. So in this session we are going to study the status bar. Okay, now I have opened this Open Office. So here sheet slash total number of sheets available. That means sheet, you see sheet number 1/3. Actually total number of sheet is 3. Currently we are working in sheet number 1. Next sheet count we have seen. Then page style. Here you see default. If you double click the default option, the default page style dialog box will appear. So here you can see page tab, border tab, background, header, footer, sheet. So many tabs are available here. Organizer page. If you type the page format, the format, page size, A4 size, A5, B4, there are so many page styles or pages, paper size are available. You can also change the width, height and orientation of the page. Look at this. Width is 2.00. You can increase the width by uh, clicking the up spin arrow. Now you can also click the down spin arrow to decrease the width of the page. Here height can also be used like this, and portrait and landscape orientation. So this means you have already studied in OpenOffice Writer when the what is portrait, when the height exceeds more than its width, that is called portrait. What is a landscape? Look at this. When the width exceeds more than its height is called landscape. Default orientation is portrait. Here margins, left margin, right margin, top, bottom margin can also be adjusted. Then border styles are here, and the default border style is 0.05. You can also change according to our requirement. Then background style, the page background you can change. The page color you can change here. It displays in the right hand side. Then header, the top of the page is called header. Usually chapter headings are coming in the top. Then footer. So in the header section, left margin, right spacing, height, everything you can change. Then footer, bottom of the page is called footer. Bottom of the page here. Usually page numbers will be coming in the footer area. Here the footer margin, left, right, spacing, height, that can also be changed here. After you changed all the settings, you can make it OK. Click OK button to apply the settings which you changed. And the next option is selection mode. Here three types of selection modes are available, that is STD, EXT, add options. Okay, we will go to the next topic, unsaved changes. That is, it specifies this asterisk. This means, okay, you see here there is an asterisk symbol. So here I typed 34, 34, something I have typed, but these values are not saved still. So the asterisk symbol is available here. You just click the save button. So you type any file name and then click save. This asterisk symbol will disappear. This means the file has been saved. Understood this concept? Okay. You see there is a call status bar is given. We have seen the sheet count, that is 1 bar 12 means there are 12 sheets are available. At present we are working in the third sheet. Then default, the default page style, we already clicked this, the page border style, the page style dialog box opened. Then selection mode, STD, extension mode, we have seen. Unsaved changes, star appears. After you saved the data, this will disappear. Zoom, you can extend the width. Working with the data, so whenever you open the Excel sheet, by default the cursor will appear on the cell A1, that is called home cell. You see, when you open a new Excel sheet, by default the cursor will appear on the first cell, that is A1. This is called home cell. Then the moving cursor around the Excel sheet, you can use the down arrow, you can use right arrow, left arrow, then down arrow. You can also use a tab key. Then you can use shift plus tab key to move the cursor in the backward direction. You see, these are all given in this page. Then entering the data, so nothing. You go to this sheet and you simply click the data where you are going to. type the values. I am going to type the value in the cell B9. Just click and type the enter the values. But the cell should be active. In that location only you can enter the value. Then data types. The data types, alphabetic data type, only it consists of only alphabets. Then numeric data type, it consists of only numeric, that is whole number and a fraction. Both are allowed. Then alphanumeric data type, it consists of both alphabetic and numeric values. It's the combination. That is, for example, A5. A is alphabet, 5 is a numeric value. So this combination is called alphanumeric data type. So time data type, it consists of time, data type consists date. Then entering numbers, just you type the number. So entering number, you just click the cell where you are going to type the number. Just click, then you type the value. Here the number, I have typed the number in the Excel sheet. The default location, the default alignment of the cell number is right. It's so important, one more question. So if you type a number, by default it will be aligned on the right hand side. Then entering text. You see, if you type a text here, you see. For example, if you type a text here, type by the default alignment is left. You see, the default alignment of the text is left. Then one more thing, you can make a numeric value as a text type. How? It's very simple. You just click a single quotation, then followed by a number. Now this number has been converted into text. Actually, it will become a text data. You see, text data. See, the alignment is left. The default alignment for text is left. Entering date and time. So before enter date and time, we should ensure our system date. Here the system date is a system date displays. You can adjust it by clicking the right click button of the mouse. Then go to adjust date and time. Okay, here date and time and regional formattings are available, and you just click this, then country or region is available. So you can change according to our requirements. I have already changed the time settings into Indian style, but by default it will be in US format. In US format, first month will be coming, then date, then year. But in Indian format, first date will come, followed by month, then year. So in this table, there are so many date differences are given. The country, Asian countries generally use this format: date, month, year. And Bhutan, Canada, China, Korea, these countries are using first year, then month, then date. Then United States usually uses this format, that is first month, date, then year. Then uh, Malaysia, Nigeria, Philippines, Saudi Arabia, and Somalia. These countries are using this data format: date, month, year, and something like this. Afghanistan, Albania, Austria. So these countries are using these both formats: first date, month, year, or year, month, date. These four formats these countries are using. Then creating formula. So the formula begins with the equal sign, plus or minus, followed by plus or minus. So the formula begins with the equal sign. So look at this example. You see, I have typed these numbers. I have typed these numbers. Okay. So now I am going to add these values. So I told you the formula begins with the equal sign, equal, then sum, and I should specify the range of the value, that is C13, C13 colon C15, close bracket, then press the enter key. So now I got the answer 100. See, every formula must begin with the equal sign. Okay, now look at this, see the operators. Now see the operators: arithmetic operator, relational operator, reference operator, and text operator. Now we will see one by one. Arithmetic operators. Arithmetic operators, see, arithmetic operators: plus, minus, asterisk for multiplication, slash for division, exponent, and percentage. So these are all the arithmetic operators. So now we will see these operations one by one. Look at this example. Look at this example. Say equal to. So now I am going to add these two values, 23 and 24, by using the operator plus. C13 plus C14. C13 plus C14. So the total answer is 57. Look at this formula. I have used plus. You can use minus here. You can use asterisk symbol. You can use division. These are all arithmetic operators. Next, relational operator. The relational operator compares two values and produces a result in the form of true or false. Just it compares two values. You see, 23. So now I am going to compare this value 23 and 24. So I told you the formula should begin with equal sign. So put equal first, then you specify the cell address. That is C. The 23 is placed in C13. C13 greater than C15. Then press the enter key. You got the answer false. It's a relational operator. Then reference operators. So simply I tell you, see here in the reference relational operators, greater than or equal to, less than, lesser or equal to, not equal to. These symbols are called relational operator. Here you can compare the values. B3 greater than C3 false. B3 greater than or equal to C3 true. B3 less than C3 false. B3 less than C3, this is also true. Here the values are compared. So here not equal to, equal to. So generally the relational operators are used to compare two values. It returns the result true or false. So next, reference operator. Reference operator, it's nothing. So the colon is a reference operator. I explain you the para 1, 2 and 3. You see. So now I am going to add the value C13 to C15 using reference operator sum. So is equal to sum within the bracket C13 colon C15. C15 close. You see, colon is a reference operator. Colon is a reference operator. C13 is a starting address and the C15 is ending address. So this range of operator, range specifies the range of values from C13 to C15 are going to add. Understood? The colon specifies the range of value between C13 to C15. See, we got the answer 100. Okay, next some examples are given here. You just go through this example, then see reference left and reference right. Okay, now reference concatenation operator. Reference concatenation. Look at this example. Equal to sum A1 colon A6. What's the meaning? The range of values from A1 to A6 plus the range of value from C3 to colon C3 to F3 are going to add. So the sum is a function to find the sum of a group of values. You understood? Actually, the reference concatenation operator is a tilde symbol. This is tilde symbol. Here the values from A1 to A6 plus C3 to F6 are going to add. The next intersection operator, you see the exclamation symbol is an intersection operator. The intersect value, the range between the intersect will be added. Understood? The range between the intersection will be added. Okay, look at this example. The range is here A2 to B3, first range, second range B2 to E4. So see, first I see A2 to D3, A2, here it's A2 to D3, it's marked in red. Another range B2 to E4, B2 to E4, it's a dotted line, marked in dotted line. So the intersection of range 1 to range is B2 to D3. So in between these values, so intersection is this point. Only these values are going to be added. So B2 to D3, the values which are specified between this range are going to be added. Okay, look at this example. So the intersection point is specified. Look at this example. The worksheet with the intersection operator. The intersected values only added. Next, text operator. Text operator is this symbol. You see, is a text operator which is used to combine two or more text to joining together. You see, for example, here it's mount, then sign. Now I am going to add these two texts together. Equal to G30 address symbol, address H30. Enter. What happens here? See, look at this formula. G13 address of and H13. So this operator adds these two texts together. This is text operator. Then here exponent is given, navigation operator, multiplication and division, addition and subtraction. And then some examples have been given. You try in your home. We will discuss this exercise in Zoom class. Thank you, students.